Why do small mastermind groups create bigger business breakthroughs? Hi, my name's William Erik Burton with Entourage Insider. Join our small mastermind group for real business breakthroughs. Our business mastermind program meets multiple times per week and includes all the software tools you will ever need. Why mastermind groups create business breakthroughs, especially for small businesses and local businesses and just serial entrepreneurs. Last month, I sat in the back of a crowded business mastermind. Now, this was at a resort. This was a weekend event. There were about 47 people, entrepreneurs, and the energy was pretty high. The coffee was decent. And I watched 3 people get their 90 seconds in the hot seat, while everybody else took notes and waited for their turn that actually never came, and that was in a span of 2 to 3 hours. This was when I realized, ladies and gentlemen, that the problem with most mastermind group experiences today is about the fact that it's about personal enrichment. I understand that. The Tony Robbins masterminds and the DeGrazio masterminds, they're all about empowering and pumping you up. That doesn't mean they have their own software tools or they get you on the ground running with your business. And that's what we all tend to do when we go to these business masterminds or any type of mastermind group. And we'll sit there with many, many people in the audience and never be heard, never be known. And we're just kind of like a number. With us, you're joined through my link in the description below. And I offer external additional coaching in our mastermind group and using the software that we use. Unlock the strategies, systems, and connections that help entrepreneurs grow faster. The Entourage Insider newsletter gives you practical strategies, powerful tools that's on their platform, and the insider insights to help you generate more customers and leads for your business, lower your costs, and build a business that works for you. Click on the link in the description below to join for free the entrepreneurs receiving weekly insights on business growth, marketing, AI automated systems, and the power of mastermind communities. The math that breaks most mastermind programs. Here is what nobody tells you about a typical mastermind. If you are in a room with 50 founders, that means people that are participating in the mastermind, meeting for 2 hours, you are completely competing for roughly 2 to 2.5 minutes of focused discussion on your actual business. 2.5 minutes, that's not a business mastermind. That is a speed networking with a cover charge. The real business breakthroughs do not happen in rush segments. They require space to untangle complex problems that you may have, pressure test ideas, and walk through specific implementation mechanics. Well, that takes time, especially for individual businesses and the way that you're set up. It takes a small mastermind format where your business gets genuine airtime, not a rushed slot before the facilitator moves to the next line, So why small mastermind groups win, especially with a mastermind group that I've been participating in for over a year? The conversation follows the problem, not the clock. Someone brings up a hiring mistake and suddenly the mastermind is unpacking interview frameworks, compensation psychology, and the exact conversation sequence that prevents bad fits. Well, another founder or participant shares a failed campaign and the business mastermind spends 20 minutes diagnosing the hook, the offer, and the follow-up sequence. Well, we already know the hook and the offer and the follow-up sequence. We want to know how to solve those little problems, right? This is where compounding happens. like the Entourage Insider, not just in advice received, but in thinking developed by watching other businesses get dissected with the same rigor that yours does. The mastermind program format matters. Okay. When your business mastermind stays intentionally small, you cannot hide. You cannot coast through. Your numbers get reviewed. Your plans get pressure tested. The accountability is built into the structure as long as you speak up. I think that's another thing in these business masterminds. Not enough people have enough time, especially in a weekend event that's limited in time. None of those people speak up or want to ask questions. And a lot of times, some of the same people ask too many questions and don't get any type of diagnoses or understanding of how to go about taking steps to solving those problems. Okay, so business breakthroughs require the right environment. Most mastermind groups experience cell access to a crowd when what actually moves the needle is access to focused attention. They promise community will be delivered into chaos or not into chaos. Well, that's a discussion for another time, but they promise growth but deliver generic advice that barely scratches any surface. It's almost like you're watching these social media ads where they tell you a portion of the solution, but they want to sell you what they tell you the solution is, even though they're not actually using it in their own business, because they're just selling you the dream and selling you an educational model that doesn't actually work for you in your business. Our small mastermind, the one that I'm part of, the Entourage Insider, which is part of the Entourage Mastermind system, we keep our business mastermind intentionally small, around 100 to 200 in the group, but we go 3 to 5 times a week. Okay, and a lot of times it's online, but a lot of times there are people that can't make that specific time, but they can always watch the replay. Do you ever get a replay of those live mastermind events? That one that I went to this last month, I didn't get that live call yet, and it was 3.5 hours every day. Why did they go 2.5, 3.5 hours for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday anyway? They do it in the morning because they just want to socialize and they want to network. Really, it's about just networking, really. Every member in our Entourage Mastermind gets meaningful airtime. Every problem gets attention, especially if you speak up. Okay, that doesn't happen in crowded rooms. That doesn't happen in a mastermind weekend that people just want to network, right? And every software tool you need to actually execute, like a CRM, email funnels, courses, scheduling, is already included in the Entourage Mastermind system that I'm talking about. They have specialized in it. They have developed it. They have created it. It's not a third-party platform. This is not a third-party subscription that you're going to have to go around and get 4 or 5 different subscriptions for to run your business. It's already inside, and you don't have to stack the subscriptions. You start stacking wins with your business whenever you have people inside a mastermind system like myself as a coach that helps you to use certain parts of that software to help create and develop and grow your specific business for whatever reason or issue that you may have in creating leads, new customers, new cases for attorneys, and conversion rates that are much higher than normal. So this is an attempt to look in the description below to check out our weekly mastermind group. We meet about 3 to 5 times a week. I also add in private coaching as well. And if you want to be in a circle of ideas and joining a mastermind group, but dreading the cattle call format, which it's not a cattle call format, click on the link in the description below, and you will start to see others who have had business breakthroughs and they have the tools. We already have the tools inside the mastermind that will help you get to where you want to be. So click on the link in the description below. You'll see that you can join my coaching link and my ability to also help you during the week in those Zoom type calls. Even though we're not in a Zoom room anymore, we've actually harnessed our own private Zoom room that no other third-party platform has control of besides you and me and everyone inside that mastermind. So click on the link in the description below if you're interested in and you're looking for a business mastermind that's going to help you from the very beginning grow your business to the next levels.